Yo, what is happening, guys, and welcome back to the Let's Talk Fighting channel. As you can tell by the title on the thumbnail, today we will be talking about Misfits X the Zone Series 5 and what the card is looking like and our thoughts on the overall card. Now, this is the picture, the poster for the overall card, all the fights on it, and we are going to be going over the fights and saying what we think is going to happen. Is it a good fight? Are we entertained? On the build up to it, because it is next month. It is very, very close. It is not that long away, and I'm excited for it. So let's go over the fights real quick. Now, first up, we're going to talk about Tempo Arts versus GODSON. I don't know who either of these guys are, but the God guy looks like your first ever, like, when you start creating people in, like, WWE or, you know, NBA 2K video games. That's literally what he looks like. He looks like the basic default character before you customize anything. That's literally what he looks like. I don't know either of these guys. I don't know if it's going to be a good fight. You know, maybe they'll come out show something, but we're going to move on from that because I'm not too sure yet. I'll have to check a little bit later on. Then we got Astrid Wet versus AJ Bunker. Now, Astrid Wet is supposed to be fighting Elle Brooke. Pretty sure she pulled out a fight. Elle Brooke fought AJ Bunker and beat her. I think that was the controversial one. I'm actually not sure. So I think the Misfits idea is if Astrid fights AJ and beats her, well then that sets up the Elle Brooke and Astrid fight, because that is like the woman's fight that everybody wants to see. That is the woman's fight that is like the top, that is the rivalry that Elle Brooke wants Astrid. I don't know if Astrid wants to smoke with Elle Brooke, but hey, Elle Brooke wants to smoke with Astrid and every other woman and even men at this point. But maybe that's a setup to that fight. Who knows? Hopefully that goes well then. We also got GINTY versus Halal Ham. Now, obviously, GINTY's last fight was against JMX. He lost. I think it was the TKO. Halal Ham's last fight was against, I don't know. I remember seeing it, but it was very sloppy. One thing I'll give Halal Ham, though, he's very consistent. He was one of the originals. I'm pretty sure he was on. I don't know if he was on the Joe Weather versus KSI, but I think he was on the KSI versus Logan Paul 1 undercard. But he's been consistent. He's been there from the beginning. He's been consistent. He keeps getting in. And he's just going for it. You know what? He's entertaining. He builds the fight. GINTY, like I said, he fought JMX. He won his fight before that. So he's there. He's entertaining. He has a little bit of something. So seeing them two, go at it, I don't know. I don't think they're similar height at all, which is the thing. So it's kind of a mismatch in height and reach. But we're going to see how it goes. It might be a technical battle, or it might be a slop fest. Who knows? But that's just going to be one that I think is going to be unpredictable. Then we have Walid Sharks versus M&A Productions. Now, Walid Sharks is obviously coming off the loss to DEEN the Great, who is also on this card, versus M&A Productions. I don't know much about M&A Productions. I don't know if they have a background in boxing, a background in martial arts, or anything like that. But obviously, I know Walid Sharks, I'm pretty sure, was undefeated up until he fought DEEN the Great. Knocked DEEN the Great down 3 times. Then he got hit with one nice clean shot, and that is literally, as everybody says, I always say it all the time, one punch can change everything, or someone said in the comments, the perfect way to sum up, that's boxing, baby, and that's how it goes. One punch can end it all, and he got put down by DEEN the Great. Now he's coming back. He wants a rematch with DEEN the Great. Is he going to get in here? And is he going to stop M&A Productions and prove to him, right, I stopped him. Anybody put him away, I'm going to stop, because I want that DEEN the Great rematch, and he's going to build towards that. Let's see. I hope he gets in there. I hope he wins, and I hope he does in great fashion, because I'd like to see that rematch between him and DEEN the Great. I want Walid Sharks to get another opportunity to redeem himself, and I want to see a great fight between them. So, hey, I'm cheering for Walid Sharks all the way, but hopefully it goes well. Then, speak of the devil, DEEN the Great, the winner, the champion, is facing PULLY ARIF? PULLY ARIF? I'm not sure. I've never heard of this guy, never seen him before in my life, but DEEN the Great is fighting him nonetheless, obviously coming off the win against Walid Sharks. DEEN the Great looks to continue his winning streak, continue his knockout streak. I think he's only fought twice, I believe, and he's knocked both of them out. So he's continuing. He wants to get another knockout. He wants to be 3-0, 3 knockouts, and continue that good run. If he wins, who's he fight next? Does he accept the Walid Sharks rematch? Does he think that's too much of a risk? What if he wins, Walid Sharks? What if he loses and Walid Shark wins? Who knows? But I'm excited to see them both fight against other people, because I don't think any opponent against them will be as good as them two against each other. So I can't wait for that fight as well. Then we have the return of King Kenny versus Ashley RAK-WHO. Now, I do like what King Kenny is doing here. the first couple fights, King Kenny picked FaZe Temper. I'm pretty sure it was his first ever fight. And, you know, FaZe Temper, he has been knocked out a couple times now. But he's still not a terrible boxer. You know, he still has it. He faced Slims, you know, up there in YouTube boxing. He faced KSI. KSI's up there in YouTube boxing, you know. So it's not really that bad of a loss against those two. Yes, he got knocked out. But at the same time, you know, against those two, it's understandable. King Kenny lost to FaZe Temper. It was controversial. He initially won. Then it got overturned the very next day. And that was controversial. Tough opponent. Then he fought FaZe Sensei. Another tough opponent. I personally think FaZe Sensei won that fight. King Kenny got awarded the win. I do believe it was controversial because, like I said, I do like King Kenny, but I believe FaZe Sensei won. So the first two fights, it didn't go in Kenny's favour because although he got the win initially, it got overturned. Then he got the second win, and it's still controversial because a lot of people agree with me that FaZe Sensei won. So he's decided, you know what? I need to get a solid win. So then he faced that guy, DK Money, and he knocked him out. I did forget his name. He knocked him out. And then he's like, you know what? Now I'm going to keep doing this. And I like what Kenny's doing. He's not jumping up to the top. He's like, right, I'm going to have a couple fights. I'm going to show what I can do. I'm going to show I have knockout power. I'm going to fight people who aren't at the top, but they're just here to basically be able to show off more of my skills to get to the top again. Because he needs to take a couple of easier fights. He's only started out, so he needs to take a little bit of time. And I like this against RAK-WHO. I think RAK-WHO's only had one other fight, and it was against Anthony Taylor. So I'm excited for that fight. And then moving on to the main event of the evening. Jay Swingler versus NICHOLAI. I don't know. His name is literally Nick with LMAO, laughing my ass off. So I don't know. But that's the main event. I've seen the Nick guy before. Never seen him box. Obviously, Jay Swingler's returning. A lot of people are obviously saying, oh, we don't want Jay to fight him. We want Jay to fight someone who is actually going to be a challenge. You know, we've never seen this guy. He might be good, but it's because he's never had a fight. We've never seen him. A lot of people are upset because Jay is picking a quote-unquote easy fight. And I understand, but I also think that Jay is just in the mindset of, like, when KSI fought Pineda and Swarms, he just wants to get in there. He wants to knock off the rust, and he wants to gradually get better before he starts stepping up and fighting people to get to Gib again. So I understand that, but I'm excited for the main event nonetheless. And then lastly, Mams Taylor literally said there's going to be, for the first time ever, a tag team boxing match. And I believe it is Louis Pineda and B. Dave versus Stromedy. And who is it? Pineda and B. Dave versus the Fantastic Two, which I believe is Stromedy and Austin Sprinks. I think that's it. Or I don't know who's on whose side. I don't know. But it's a tag team match nonetheless. I don't know how this is going to work. How is this going to work? Are they just all going to be in the ring at the same time? Are they going to do it like WWE tag team where, you know, Pineda's just boxing this guy's head off and just goes, you know what, B. Dave, you want in? Tag. B. Dave gets in. Bang, bang, bang. The guy's going for the hot tag. Runs. Fucking Stromedy gets in. Bang. Does the little twirl. Bang. Knocks Pineda off the fucking apron. I don't know how this is going to go, but it's a tag team boxing match, and I cannot wait. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be entertaining. It ain't going to be professional, and it's going to piss a lot of mainstream boxing, like, fans off. But who cares? Because it's entertainment, baby. That's what Mams Taylor said. He goes, look, at the end of the day, yes, we're trying to do the pro boxing thing, but at the end of the day, it is entertainment, and that is what we're looking for. I don't care if I see world-class boxing. If I want to see world-class boxing, I'll watch Canelo, I'll watch Tyson Fury, I'll watch those guys. If I want to see entertainment, I will watch the YouTube boxers, and I will see what the fuck they're being up to with this tag team type shit. But hey, that is the Misfits GODSON Series 5 card, and I'm excited for it. I'm actually really excited for it. I can't wait. All four of them have been amazing, and I can't wait for this one. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. What fights are you looking forward to? You know, what fight do you think is going to be the best? What do you think of the tag team match? Like, that's the first time ever. What do you think of that? Let me know, like I said below. As always, hope you all think positive and test negative. Hope you all have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. So, peace.